right, so I am just getting myself organized here. So what I'm going to do is actually do a screen share of the Aspiration to Action platform, but I'm also going to use this screen share to kind of talk about the WOOP feature, and we'll go through a little practice of the WOOP, which I think is absolutely outstanding. I've used WOOP in the past, and it's really helped students kind of visualize things that are going to potentially get in their way on the road to their next post-secondary pathway, and it actually helps them to build some muscle memory around how do I respond to adversity, how do I respond to obstacles that present themselves, and what is the plan that I set forth in order to overcome those obstacles that show up. So I'm really excited to go over this with you. Let's get at it. All right, so I am so excited to share with you the Aspiration to Action platform. So it's really important for students to think about post-secondary plans, whether that be college, trade, some type of certificate program. But what's really going to make or break or make the difference for them is that persistence. We want students to persist through their post-secondary plans to success. And so these highlighted in teal will be our soft skills. And the one that I'm really going to highlight today, WOOP, which is a really great strategy in order to help students think through some potential roadblocks that may be coming down the pipeline and how they can proactively plan for those so that they can still meet their goals, post-secondary goals. All right. So I really want to highlight WOOP. And so it's a dynamic, research-based, goal-setting mnemonic that's developed by psychologist Gabrielle Odegan. Through 20 years of research, she was able to develop a science-based mental strategy that people can use to find and fulfill their wishes, set preferences for themselves, and also change their habits. WOOP stands for wish, outcome, obstacle, and plan. It's a really straightforward and proactive way to plan for challenges while also being intentional about the outcomes you aim to achieve. We are going to log in to woopmylife.org and click on the navigation button that says practice. Okay. And so once I do that, I am going to conduct a WOOP right now online. So I'm clicking begin. WOOP only takes about 5 or 10 minutes of uninterrupted time. Make yourself comfortable. The next couple minutes belong to you. So I'm going to choose one of the domains for what I want to make my wish today. Okay, so I can either click on professional, which is the briefcase, health, or interpersonal. I will go with the typical health goal for the year. So I'll click on the apple. All right. What is my time frame for fulfilling my wish? I don't want anything that is unbounded for this particular one. So I want to make a wish that I can check back in about a month. Okay. So think about your next month. What is your most important wish or concern in your health life? I need to pick a wish that's challenging for me, but that I can fulfill. I want to develop consistency with exercise. And then what would be the best outcome? What would be the best thing, the best outcome of fulfilling your wish? How would it make me feel? Okay, let's see. The best outcome would be that I will have more energy and a better mindset. Okay, so now I need to imagine the outcome. Imagine things fully. So I'm thinking about myself with more energy, with a better mindset. This feels good. I'm really excited about this. Now identify an obstacle. What is within me that's holding me back from fulfilling my wish? What is in me that stands in the way of fulfilling my wish? What is my inner obstacle? Okay, I've got it. So
My inner obstacle is that balancing responsibilities is overwhelming. So I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a professional, I am the daughter of aging parents, I have pets, I have a lot of responsibilities. So balancing all of that while also prioritizing my health can be really overwhelming. So now I'm going to take a moment and imagine my obstacle. I can see myself being overwhelmed. I know how that feels. I know how that makes my heart feel. All right, I've imagined it. So now I need to make an if-then plan. What can I do to overcome my obstacle? What is one action that I can take or one thought that I can think to overcome my obstacle? If I'm feeling really overwhelmed and I can't get like a full workout in, or I can't go on the walk that I really wanted to go on, or I can't run a mile, I am still going to choose movement that feels restorative. I feel like that's possible. I can still move in a way that restores my energy and restores my body. So here's my if-then plan. If balancing my responsibilities is overwhelming, then I will choose movement that feels restorative. Okay, so I'm going to slowly repeat this to myself, kind of like a mantra. If balancing responsibilities is overwhelming, then I will choose movement that feels restorative.
And just like that, you've completed a WOOP. You can actually look at your WOOP summary on a separate page, and if you'd like, you can actually download that WOOP and kind of save it so that you can refer back to it at a later time, which is really amazing. So here's my WOOP summary. My WOOP summary is, my best outcome is that, or my wish is that I want to develop consistency with exercise. My best outcome is that I will have more energy and a better mindset. My inner obstacle will be balancing those responsibilities. And my plan, which is the critical part of the WOOP that other mnemonic devices don't provide, is understanding what I will do when that hard moment shows up. So if balancing all of my responsibilities becomes overwhelming, then I am still going to commit to choosing movement that feels restorative. Okay, so you can download your WOOP, you can try it again with a different goal or a different wish that you have. This is a really great tool. I particularly like using the WOOP with students because a lot of what we encounter that deters students from either going outside of their comfort zone or can compound and lead to issues with persistence is that they don't have plans set in place and they haven't developed that muscle memory to enact those plans when adversity shows up. So what I would love to do with a student is say, hey, I know that, your parents, you've told me before that your parents are kind of between jobs and you're a little nervous about your finances. Right now, things are pretty steady, but I know that this is something that has come up multiple times through our conversations. Let's make a plan. Let's make a WOOP. Different things like that might come up for a student. And then when you sit down with them, a really great thing to say is, okay, so let's say it does happen. It's not a guarantee that these things will happen, but if they do, now that we are in a clear mind and we're not in a moment of stress, what are some plans that we can preemptively put into place so that if those situations show up, you already know what to do. You already have a game plan. You have a blueprint of how you're going to respond. And so I really love the WOOP. It's been really powerful, and I'm really excited for you all to kind of dive in and try it out with your students. I hope you learned a lot today, and I can't wait to share more about the amazing things that Contigo Ed is doing. Have a good one.